What's up, Jehovah Witnesses? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're on Madden 22 and I'll be playing Face of the Franchise mode. And I thought it would be funny to just be as terrible as possible and just take hot craps on the football field. Just because, why not? I just want to see what would happen if I could get cut and everything like that. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. And make sure you tell your grandmother you love her because she has 2 weeks to live. Hopping right into this, I made a quarterback because I thought that it would be best considering quarterback has to control the ball most, just like your mother. And if being the worst player means starting on the worst team, Nebraska, then that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to assume you've seen every single one of these cutscenes, so we're just going to skip past it because I don't feel like watching. Alright, we're here at the Nike Center, prepared to fail every single drill. The first 3 you do, you actually have to complete in order to move on. It won't let you go past if you don't complete it, so I was actually forced to complete those, but these you can fail. Now this is when you're in college. It's kind of like a flashback back to the playoff game that you played. You're pretty much supposed to just go back and play, and that'll determine your draft stock. But you already know I'm going to make sure we lose by the highest amount possible. So pretty much my strategy here was just go with my QB, run around, and get a safety, putting points up for the other team. That was pretty much the basis of what I was trying to do to ensure that we lost by the highest amount possible. Right here, we're on our own 2-yard line. Perfect start. Right here, I actually tried to get an interception. I threw it to my receiver on the streak route and just ran away with the receiver, but you can tell the game's just taking it easy on me because it could tell that I'm terrible. Again, here on our own 1-yard line, again, I tried to get an interception, throwing it downfield to my receiver, but the game honestly is just taking it way too easy on me. Just let me fail, like how my father always said I would fail at life. I just want to do it in a video game, so if you could let that happen, that'd be nice. And after hearing the tragic story of my father who beats me every night with a frying pan, we actually do get an interception here. But they run out of bounds, which is kinda weird, and he proceeds to do the widest dance in history. Right here, this play honestly confuses me. I run back to my own end zone and just press a random button and it throws it to a receiver. I didn't think he'd actually get close to it, but he actually caught it somehow, which is weird. But that doesn't matter. We end up losing 101-0, which I think is pretty successful. We have skill upgrades. I don't know how. I literally just lost by 101 points, but we're going to go ahead and put those to probably the most useless attribute, stability. Then I have this awkward interview with these 2 random guys I found on the street talking about like mammals and marine animals. I'm more focused on this guy that looks like the cop from Brooklyn Nine-Nine just staring at me menacingly. Right here, they give me the option to play in a Nike event game or a Russell Wilson Kids Hospital game in Hawaii. But I chose that just so I could dishonor those kids as much as possible. They are not going to be able to afford the treatment because no one's going to buy tickets to this game. Listening to that sounds terrible, but you know, Martin Luther King Jr. Right here, we're at the Jets training facility because for some reason they wanted to draft me. I mean, of all the teams that would, I assume it would be the Jets. So I made sure to fail all of these, but I'm pretty sure they're still going to draft me because, let's be honest, it's the New York Jets. Right here, running into the defensive tackle. Honestly, I just want to break a bone just so I can end my career already. Right here, they're telling us to throw it to a receiver so they catch it inside the zone, but that's not what I'm about to do. I'm just going to throw it downfield and hope it hits a kid in the head. We're doing this again right here. Instead of just throwing it downfield, do a quick little 360 and then just throw it out of bounds like the professional basketball player I am. Sorry, I meant football player. Wow, I'm actually so bad at the game of football that it's frying my brain into making me want to play a different sport. Right here, we actually get drafted first overall pick by, you guessed it, the New York Jets. Honestly, they need to make some variety because this is the only team that I know if you can get drafted to in Madden 22 Face of the Franchise, which is kind of dumb. But we always got to make sure my guy is tripped out. Give him the 1950s helmet. My great-grandfather gave this to me while he was teaching me how to run a cotton field.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!
Right here, we're in practice. I'm trying to prove that I deserve to be in the starting lineup, but that's not going to happen. Just throw it out of bounds the entire time. Literally, I pressed A to hike it, then instantly threw it out of bounds because, you know, why throw it to the receiver? That's pretty pointless. Honestly, whoever made that standard in the game of football really needs to be fired, because it's way more practical just to throw it out of bounds and hit a kid in the stands with cancer. Apparently, when you do practices, you can't fail all of them, so I had to complete the first one just so I could get bronze and move on and do something else. Right here, I'm just running around in the pocket, just seeing how long I can stay alive before I get tackled. Honestly, I will say I'm actually pretty good at staying in the pocket and not getting tackled, but once like 3 or 4 defensive linemen come on, it kind of gets a little harder. Right there, I was just standing perfectly still, waiting for them to get to me, because I don't care enough to actually play football right. Right here, my coach is talking to me, pretty much telling me how all my fans are excited to see me play, but that's probably not true, so I decided to not be humble at all, because I am the best player on the field when it comes to being the water boy. And apparently I actually must be good, because I am really good at not allowing them to get picks, because apparently the game just takes it easy on me. Apparently if you play this bad, the game just automatically assumes you're like 5 years old, so it takes it easy on you. I mean, the difficulty's on all pro, so I don't know why it's doing that. Again, right here, just trying to get an interception, but the game just takes it way too easy on me. It literally hits them in their hands, but they don't get the pick for some reason. But right here, they actually do get the pick and try to return it. I always try to like steer my guys away from them so they can make it in the end zone, but usually the CPU just makes you go for the tackle. This play right here was kind of weird. I threw it up to try to get a pick, but my guy accidentally caught it off the tip, so I tried to run backwards as much as possible so that my passing yards would be in the negatives, and it actually worked pretty well, so that was a good thing. And honestly, I deserve credit. This was actually harder than it looked to steer every single guy away from Christian McCaffrey to let him score. Honestly, the stick work is amazing, and right here again, I accidentally throw a completion. Honestly, you know it's bad when you're bad at being bad. That's pretty bad.
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, I'm a bad boy.
Nah, but all Jets jokes aside, I feel like I was a perfect pick for the Jets, because I bought into their style of play almost instantly by putting up points for the opposite team, because that's just what I do. I feel like I fit the Nets system well, and I actually ended up going back to the menu and trying to retire early just to see what the retirement speech would be like, but there's none. Literally, like, you don't get a retirement speech, there's not a cutscene or anything. It just asks if, are you sure you want to retire? You say yes, and then it just takes you back to the main menu. I didn't film it, but I've already tried it a couple times, and apparently there isn't one. I guess you have to play for a while, or maybe I didn't do something right. But that's going to be the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry I haven't been uploading lately. I'm just a lazy cracker, and I don't want to do anything. And I feel like the feeling is mutual. School's almost out, so I guess that's kind of how everyone feels right now. Make sure, stay in school, don't do drugs unless a homeless man in an alleyway named Jose